Attorney General Pam Bondi appears to be very, very eager to get back in Trump's good graces. And of course, take the spotlight off all the things he doesn't want to talk about. Because one of her latest actions, asking a grand jury to look into the Obama administration's probe of Russia's actions in the 2016 election, is, well, pretty peak desperate, isn't it? I mean, first of all, there are few issues that have been as exhaustively investigated as this one. Remember, there have already been multiple investigations into Russia's influence on the 2016 race. There was the Mueller investigation. There was the bipartisan Senate intelligence investigation. Thank you for your contributions, by the way, Marco Rubio. We really appreciate them. And, of course, the John Durham special counsel investigation that specifically looked into the FBI probe into Russia's influence on the 2016 election. So, yes, the investigation has already been extensively investigated, all of which either did not dispute or found that, yeah, Moscow interfered in the 2016 election to help one candidate in particular, Donald J. Trump, win. And all of those investigations happened during Trump's first term in office. But in a new effort to apparently distract, Trump's DOJ is opening yet another Russia probe, one based on a criminal referral from the Director of National Intelligence, Tulsi Gabbard, after the Trump administration declassified files about Russia's actions in 2016, which invoke some of Republicans' favorite bogeyman and women, including even Hillary Clinton.
Literally, Hillary Clinton should be behind bars. And so should the people who worked for her who did this.
George Soros's people worked with the DNC to roll out the hoax, and the FBI was in on it the whole time.
These documents point specifically and right straight to Hillary Clinton, as she was the key voice signing off on the entire Russiagate scheme.
I've been saying that this is going to make Watergate look like a jaywalking ticket in the end, and I believe this smoking gun out today proves that comment to be correct.
Watergate looked like a jaywalking ticket, everyone. That was like a garble of a word salad, all of there in those clips. But it sounds bad. They made it sound really bad. Except the supposed smoking gun they're all talking about is an email included in the Durham report's annex. You know, the last investigation that Trump and his media allies said would prove absolutely that Russian influence in the 2016 election was a hoax. Now, as the New York Times put it, what the newly released details show is actually almost precisely the opposite of what Trump World is now claiming. Here's what it says, quote, "The report shows that a purported email that Trump supporters have long tried to portray as a smoking gun is instead most likely a fake. A fake made by, get this is quite a detail, Russian spies." Well, whoopsie daisy there, isn't it? I mean, aside from waving a shiny ball around to get their favorite lapdogs to cover, it's completely unclear what this latest investigation is even about. Well, that's what it's about, probably, waving the shiny ball. For those who remember, and I definitely do because I lived through it in the White House, back in June of 2016, it was the company CrowdStrike and the Clinton campaign who claimed that Russia was meddling in the election. Despite a lot of pressure from the outside, those of us all in the Obama White House, didn't really say much about it. Neither did the intelligence community. That was criticized, too, at the time. In fact, the Obama administration didn't put out anything until September of 2016, anything of substance, really, that is. And even that was a statement that took weeks to negotiate with Republican leadership and was watered down by Republican Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. The statement basically encouraged states to protect their election infrastructure. It was not controversial, really, at all. Didn't mention the release of hacked Clinton emails, didn't even mention Putin. And the intelligence community didn't put anything out about Russia's intervention until October 7th, which basically blamed Russia for the release of hacked emails from Hillary Clinton's server. Did not assert they were trying to elect Trump. It just stated, quote, "The Russian government directed the recent compromises of emails from U.S. persons and institutions, including from U.S. political organizations." And again, encouraged states to protect their infrastructure because that was the concern at the time. Admittedly, it's all pretty weak stuff in retrospect, given what we know now. I mean, as my former colleague Ben Rhodes put it, if you look at the October statement from the intelligence community, all it talks about is that the Russians hacked and released some of the material, which I think was only a small piece of their information war. My own view is we could have done more and said more, certainly about the information war and fake news dissemination. That's all true. That's all true. Anyone who lived through it knows that. I mean, would sounding the alarm about the massive disinformation campaign have changed the outcome of the 2016 election? Maybe not. But there were a lot of lessons learned from that period, a lot that impacted how the Biden administration, which included a number of the same people in positions of power in the intelligence community, more aggressively handled the declassification of information. They did a lot more of it. But if anyone should be questioning the approach of the Obama administration at the time, the last who was justified to do so is Donald Trump. I mean, without Russia, he might just be playing bad golf and eating burgers at Mar-a-Lago. That could be what we were dealing with today.